Hi everyone, we are live. Hi Adjo.
Hello.
So this is Adjo in Honsou. She is a culinary chef that loves sharing her African cuisine through authentic meals and recipes passed down generation.
Yes.
And she's here today to show her authentic African, West African from
Yes.
Togo,
From Togo.
right? Your
That's
family is
right.
from Togo. You
That's
were born in
right.
Togo,
Amen.
and you are going to make us today. What are you going to make us?
Well, so today I'm going to make some egusi for you guys. And egusi is one of those dishes that's like very near and dear to West African culture. We have different countries from West Africa that makes it. And so I'm just here to share a little bit of my home with you guys.
And why, I wonder, why did you decide to do this dish?
Well, I wanted to do this dish because typically when you talk about West African cuisine and West African culture, a lot of people are used to the basics like jollof rice and suya and things like that, which are very similar to like different things in American culture. So I wanted to bring something that's very unique and very representative of my heritage, and egusi is one of them. So,
But I don't understand. You know, you said like American culture,
Yeah.
but I don't know these dishes.
So like jollof rice is like it's much like rice, right? So rice is rice.
Oh,
You know, in that
yeah.
sense. So like, you know, American culture, there's rice. So, or even if I say the suyas are grilled meat, right? So American culture is barbecuing, right? So that's still grilling. But I wanted to bring something that's extremely authentic that many people have never heard of before, most likely, and have never tried before.
Is
most
it
likely.
spicy or?
It can be made spicy, and today I'm going to show both ways to do that. I'm going to show you what will make it spicy and what won't make it spicy. Little hint, we have some habaneros here, but that's what will make it spicy for you if you're a spicy food kind of person. But if you don't put the habaneros in there, it's not going to be spicy.
That's great.
Yeah.
So, where did you learn this dish?
This dish I learned from back home. So growing up, I cooked a lot with my grandma, and even when after we moved to America, I cooked with my mom every now and then. And so it's just a dish that's part of my lineage that's been passed down from women in my family, passing it down, you know. Yeah.
And when you moved to America, have you kept going on a tradition?
Yes. So even moving here, I've definitely kept cooking because here where I live in the Midwest, there's not many like African restaurants or African food places around. And so the only way I can get my food authentically is by cooking it myself. So keeping that tradition is very important. I try to teach my little ones as well. They're not quite old yet, but they do eat it, and I try to give them that experience every chance I get, just as much as it was given to me growing up.
So only when you cook it, you get the really authentic taste and flavors.
As much as I like it anyway.
Yes,
right?
of course.
Because there's like other places around that you can get maybe a little bit of this and that from, but it's not the same authenticity like how I'm used to it growing up back home.
And but you still need to buy some ingredients, right?
Yeah.
That you cannot find here.
Yeah. So some of the ingredients that are in this, kind of like the curry right here, those are ingredients. You can go ahead and smell it and even taste it, and you
Wow.
can see like all the
Amazing.
like the little pieces and spices that are in there. So curries like this, I have to bring from my home country of Togo. And so this is something that's very authentic to my culture. It's something that we make here at FufuNsauce, and it's something that you can only find with FufuNsauce.
Yeah.
It's our proprietary ingredients. But when it comes to other things like, you know, the peppers, the tomatoes, the spinach, and all of that, we just really try to get fresh ingredients from all the local sources here in St. Louis. And then you couple that with our curry, and you get the best of both worlds. And that's how we achieve this recipe every time.
Okay. Do you want to start and we can talk through? Or?
Yeah, we definitely could. So I can start by introducing myself in a sense.
Yes.
So my name is Adjo Honsou, and I am the founder and chef at FufuNsauce. And FufuNsauce, we are currently a food truck culinary brand We do a lot of events in the St. Louis area, but we also service corporate clients. We service universities. We do a lot of collaborations in different communities because our goal is to bring authentic African cuisine to the St. Louis region and beyond. And so with our food truck being mobile, we're able to achieve all of that by moving from community to community to community. And so that's one aspect of what I do that I truly enjoy, sharing my African culture, authenticity, and heritage with people like you, the St. Louis region, and now online, and then people all across the world. So
We are so excited.
thank you. Thank you for having me.
And let's start, and I'm going to
Let me go.
yeah, to help you with and interrupt you with some questions.
Okay.
If that's okay.
Absolutely. So we'll get started. So today we're going to be making egusi like we talked about earlier. So egusi for us, the term egusi itself is melon seeds. So we're from a culture where like a lot of the things that we cook, eat, and appreciate is just things that are around us. You know, we make use of the land and we make use of all the things that we have. And so our egusi is made out of roasted melon seeds, and those seeds are roasted and then grind into a fine powder. So this is what egusi would look like. And I can kind of
So it's like kind of
open it up.
flour.
Yeah, it's kind of like if you were to take almonds and then like kind of blended it into a
Yes.
powder. But except this one is made out of melon seeds. So this is what it will look like. You know, so the egusi by itself doesn't have like a specific taste or anything like that, except, you know, just nutty smell,
Yeah.
because they're seeds
Yes.
at the end of the day.
Right.
So this is gonna be like the base of what we're cooking here today. And to get started, what we really need is get the stove top going. Okay. So our first thing we're going to put in this is palm oil. I don't know if you're familiar with palm oil, but palm oil is an oil that has like a lot of health benefits. I've had people that told me that palm oil cured their eczema. So we're starting with about like a half a cup of oil, palm nut oil. And the first thing that's going to go in our pot after the palm nut oil gets a little bit hot. No problem. We can switch this. So we're gonna hide this away. This never happened. We're gonna put this down here, and then we're gonna start over with the oil.
No,
I
it's
guess we
not
can just put
working.
this
I'm
oil in
sorry.
here.
Okay.
So it's not working.
Okay, I'll use a knife. No worries. Don't stress yourself. No stressing. No stressing.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Here we are cooking today. So do we want to move it back to the center, or is it okay over there? As far as camera.
Whatever you say. You're the boss.
Any other thing. Yeah. You can use, if you want to move to the center, that'd be great.
That's okay. Okay. Here, we'll move it to the center.
Text coming back. One more time.
There we go. And then we turn
And
this
Adjo,
up.
I wanted to ask you,
There you go. All right, so this works. Okay.
what is your favorite food?
What is my favorite food? So my favorite food is actually oxtail in palm nut stew with some fufu. And I love that because growing up, oxtails was something that we didn't have a lot of. And I didn't have it all the time growing up. And so it's one of my favorite things because I didn't always have it. And so when I become an adult, I've made it all the time and I've perfected it. And so now oxtail in palm nut stew is the fan favorite, even at the food truck. That's one of our #1 sellers, and we sell them all the time and sell out of them all the time. So that's definitely something that I enjoy cooking and also enjoy eating.
Look at her. I would say that I would say, I'm sorry, I can't continue, and she's like, just give, she brought a knife and like, oops.
Oh yeah, makes it works. So here we go. All right, we have an open can
you're
of tomatoes.
amazing.
That's it. All right, so back to our recipe. Now that everything is functioning well and we're moving, so we have our palm oil right here. The next thing I'm gonna do is add some tomato paste that we just opened into the palm oil. And what we're gonna do is cook it in throughout and make sure we have a homogeneous mixture. Do you wanna help finish putting the rest in?
Why not?
Yeah, give it a try. Usually I'll use a spoon, and I will like, recommend you use a spoon, but
by the way, we are
the
in
knife
a
works.
kind of commercial kitchen.
We
it's
are.
not like
in my house.
Adjo's house.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
so
yes,
that's
yes.
why all the troubleshootings. But we're gonna make it work.
Adjo,
Yes.
will you move the mic to the center of the
You want me to move it to the center? Sounds like a plan.
Thank you.
That works? Okay. Great.
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic. So now, as you can see, now the tomato paste is in here, right? And so what we're going to do is continuously mix this all throughout. Here, girl, you can't be wasting no tomato paste. Come here, let's put the rest in here, just like this.
I can do it with this. You know?
Can it go in? I didn't think that would go inside. That's why I didn't use that. It wasn't fitting in right.
I'm sorry.
No, it's quite all right.
you.
So we're gonna mix it. What we wanna do is mix until we get a homogeneous mixture in the pan. And so getting the oil, turning up the fire just a bit, get it all nice and hot. So continuously mix. And the reason why I'm mixing it like this and I keep mixing is because I don't want the bottom of the pot to get burned and stick the tomato paste. So I'm gonna mix it continuously until we get a nice mixture between the tomato paste and the oil.
So it's like a medium.
It's medium heat because if you put it too hot,
Yes,
this
it's
is gonna
gonna
get too
burn.
hot and it's
Yeah.
gonna burn. And that you don't want that.
Right.
You want it to have that consistency of
Yeah.
mixture, almost like making caramel for people that bake or make things like that. Do you want to try mixing it?
Yeah.
And then while you do that, I know you have some questions for me. So
Yes, I do.
we can keep going on the
I have
questions
lots of
if you like.
questions.
Yes.
Actually, we talked about 2 years ago that we started SQ1, and SQ1 we didn't tell the audience that it's like a program for entrepreneurs. Not first time, but that would want to start a business and get resources.
Yeah.
It was like 2 months programs, I guess, and
Yes,
you
it
get
was.
like mentors and webinars and
Yeah.
presenters and a lot of help.
Yes.
And it was amazing.
It was. I really liked Square One because of the mentorship aspect of it. I really like that they made people available to help you when you need help. And that we learned a lot. Wouldn't you say in that program, I felt like I learned a lot.
Absolutely.
And unlike a lot of the other accelerators that everything
Yes.
gets dumped to you at once,
Yeah.
at least you get room to kind of digest it and then apply what you're learning.
And also
to-
the networking.
And then absolutely the networking for sure. So what I'm doing here is cutting our sweet mini peppers because we're making the vegan egusi, which means that it's not going to have any meat in it because it's vegan, obviously. So these sweet mini peppers are going to be the extra added that's going to make it kind of feel like you're eating something extra that's just not spinach, And so I'm just cutting them in half and prepping this here, and then we're going to later add it on. So, yeah.
is it okay?
Oh,
Like-
that's good. You're doing great. Look at my sous chef over here doing fantastic. Yeah. You're doing so good. So we wanted to get it all mixed in like that, just like you're doing it. And then the next step is to add our garlic. So I am a garlic girl. I love garlic.
Yes,
okay.
me too.
Garlic is one of my favorite things, not only because it's good for your health, also because caramelized garlic it just adds that extra layer of depth to cooking
Right.
that I absolutely love. And the smell of it is
You need
fantastic.
to watch not to burn it.
Yes,
right?
yes. Add a little bit of water and I blended prior to us stopping, us starting, because nobody wants to hear a blender going during cooking, right? So I have it all here. This is about 5 cloves of garlic that it's completely blended. And what we're gonna do is add it to the tomato base, because what that's gonna do, the oil is gonna caramelize it, and then that's gonna sip into the tomato, and it's gonna make it absolutely delicious.
Wow.
So once you do that, you can already smell.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Do you smell it?
Yeah.
Smells delicious.
Yes, that's garlic for you.
Wow.
garlic for you. So we mix that all the way throughout until we get it all nice and blended. And we want it to cook the garlic a little bit. So we're gonna stir it for about another 1 minute or so. And then the next step will be adding our tomato that we already had blended previously, right? To the tomato base of the
stir it.
Yes, I can take over real quick.
Yeah. Oh my God, yes. That's the garlic. It's a magic.
Garlic
the
is
magic of
definitely,
garlic.
yes, absolutely. Yeah.
And
So about a quick 30 more seconds, and then we're gonna add the tomato.
can you
to
tell
it.
us what challenges have you been through since you started in SQ1? And, 2 years until now. What challenges? Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I mean, I feel
You've
like the
been a
challenges
lot.
are always evolving, Orly.
Yeah, but-
as you know.
But you did great. You did
Oh.
such a process,
Thank
and
you.
I know you worked so hard.
Yes.
What you-
Yes, I am watching it. So
Yeah.
at this point, we're gonna add the tomato that we had blended prior.
I know you were featured in a TV show.
Yes. So the Great American
The
Recipe.
Great American
yes,
Recipe.
that's right, on PBS. That's coming up, airing soon here, June 17th.
This
the
is
airing date
amazing.
of it. I'm very excited about it because I'll tell you, that show, for me, it's validation in a sense, right? Because, quickly, while we add the tomato, we're gonna let this sip and simmer. So I'm gonna put the lid on this and turn down the heat some, because what we want is the freshly blended tomatoes to mix in with the tomato paste, the garlic, and the palm oil, and to completely mix together. And so we will let everything mix. So as it's doing that, we're gonna put a lid right over this, turn down the fire to about, as not completely low, but fairly low, so we can let this simmer and cook while I tell Oli about the Great American Recipe. So, the Great American Recipe is airing June 17th on PBS 9 here in St. Louis. And we, FufuNsauce, is actually doing a viewing party at Tower Grove Park. So, if you are available, you're near us here in St. Louis and not too far from Tower Grove Park, save the date, June 17th from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. You can come to the park. We will have the food truck out there. We will have our friends and family. It is an outdoor viewing event. Bring your lawn chair, bring your picnic blankets, and come share the joy of being part of this event with us.
Amazing.
Yeah. So the Great American Recipe, airing on PBS, is a show that follows the journey of like 8 different contestants all across America. All across America. So we have home cooks, and that's one of the criteria of this show. You cannot be a chef. Like, you cannot be a trained chef that went to chef school to do this. You have to be like a home cook that was taught by your mom, your grandmama, your aunt, your dad, yourself, And so they pick home cooks from all across America with background in different culture. Like for me, I will be representing the Midwest, St. Louis to be specific. But my cooking style is West African cuisine, right?
Yes.
You have people like my friend Marcella, that's actually a contestant on the show. She is from Portland, and her family is from Italy. So she's mostly doing Italian cuisine and things like that. You have Kim that is from Alaska. So she brings a lot of different culinary skills and aspects to the show. So it's gonna be a great opportunity to follow contestants from all across America, showcase their culture and their heritage in this show.
Wow.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is Haybuyta.
Yes, exactly. It really is. It really is Haybuyta in a sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So if you definitely like Haybuyta, you are gonna love the Great American Recipe, and you get to see me cook all throughout the show and share my recipes with you guys, for sure.
We're definitely gonna watch that. And yeah, so June 17th.
June 17th.
How many episodes it's gonna be?
So it's gonna be 8 episodes total, because it's 8 total contestants, and then there is a winner at the end. And so you have to follow every week to see who makes it to the next episode, and to see who's making it to the finale, and to see who won. But you won't be disappointed, because this is just a fun, loving show.
I love cooking shows.
It's a fun, loving show. You get to see the dynamics between all the different contestants, because we really become friends and family on the show. This is not like you know, cut through anything like Ramsey's Kitchen or something, not to name drop or anything like that. But we really do care because we're all there for the culture and the love and all of that. So it's a really cool, family, fun, loving show, The Great American Recipe, that is. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
amazing. Yeah. So how long do you actually?
So this, because I
said
want to get this in a very nice and cooking. So right now you can see, like, you can hardly tell where the tomato paste stopped and where the tomato. So another thing is, once it starts popping like that, you know that the water is reducing and it's mixing together.
Oh my.
Yeah, so good.
Well, I can smell it from here.
Yes, yes, yes. So
Yeah, and people say that they can smell it from there.
yeah, it smells so good. So yeah, so we get we need it about maybe like another 2 or 3 minutes or so, and then we're gonna add the star of the show, which is our egusi.
Oh wow.
Yes, 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 yes. So like I was saying before, like so many nutritional values to this meal. Not to even talk about like the palm oil, which palm oil is really good for your skin. I have people that I know personally that have used palm oil on eczema because it just has really good healing properties. Egusi itself is really good for you as well. It has many vitamins that are good for your like natural digestive system and will help you. And then the second part of this soup, which is the spinach. And if you know, spinach has very, very good value for your system and things like that as well. So this meal is just a wholesome meal in the sense that it tastes great and it's also very, 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 very healthy for you. Yeah, absolutely.
I love it.
Because, you know, sometimes it's hard to have like healthy food that doesn't taste great, you know, but in this sense, we have healthy food that also tastes amazing. And it's very versatile because this you can make with beef, you can make with chicken, you can make with goat meat. You can add any kind of protein you like to this to make it how you like it. But I like the vegan option because everybody can eat it. And I'm such an inclusive brand and I like that. I like that I can share things that anybody can make it. Somebody can be like, oh, I like that, but I can't eat it because I don't eat meat, you know? Yeah, so at this point, we're going to add our egusi to it. And typically what you want to do is just to make sure that egusi is one of those things, much like any flour, like almond flour or something like that, it can get really clumpy because the oils in it tends to like kind of help it stick together. So before you put it in, I'll just like suggest like squeezing it, make sure it's broken apart and everything like that. And then just...
And where do you buy this?
So this one I bought, there's like international markets all across St. Louis. One of them is J International on Olive Boulevard. Another one is an Worldwide International that is actually on...
Global Food Market? The
Global Food should have egusi. I haven't purchased it from there before, but I know that they have like African related food and items like that. So it's definitely a place that they would have it as well. So I'm going to add the rest of a little bit that we have. And if you can look into it, you will see that the tomato paste that the tomato sauce that we originally had is changing into this almost
color.
like, yes, to this white consistency and milky and things like that. And so, yeah, so we're going to, as the egusi is in now, what we're going to do again is let it simmer because we want every step of the way when we add something new, we want it to combine. So we want it to let it cook. We want it to let everything like permeates through everything, make sure it's cooked and covered. So we're going to cover it up one more time and let that simmer some more.
Okay.
As we're going.
So what challenges are you going through right now? Because I know it's so hard, you know, to be an entrepreneur and in the food business especially.
Yeah. So challenges that we're going through right now as FufuNsauce, the number one thing I would say is a commercial kitchen. Because we're a food truck, we still need a commercial kitchen attached to us. And for the past couple of years, we've been into different co-ops. But the issue that we always run into as a food brand is sharing that time with other food entrepreneurs because we're such a high volume producing food truck because of all the different events that we do, all the different festivals that we do. And so a commercial kitchen of our own is something that we're looking for. And that's been a challenge because being a small business and being a growing business under 3 years old, a lot of institutions are not looking to throw money at you, right? And so funding is always a big thing for us at FufuNsauce. We want to be able to achieve a lot more things and be a staple in the St. Louis community, but funding is a big deal. So we actually have a GoFundMe going right now. So if you look us up, if you look me up, Adjo Honsou or FufuNsauce Bridging the Gap Through Culture, you will see our GoFundMe. And anything you're willing to donate will help because we are making this food. We're sharing our authentic African culture with the St. Louis community. And we would love to do that more, you know, and having a commercial kitchen is going to help us achieve that. But yeah, some of the challenges we're going through is funding.
So Fufu is F-U-F-U.
Yes, so Fufu is F-U, the letter N, and then sauce. So Fufu and sauce. And if you want to learn more too, you can look us up. Our Instagram is at FufuNsauce. Our Facebook is at FufuNsauce. Or if you go to Haybuyta, you can connect.
Haybuyta.com.
There you go. You can connect with us through Haybuyta as well. So we're not very hard to find. If you want to find us, you will for sure. Yeah.
And where do you get resources from? Do you get any resources from the community here in St. Louis about commercial kitchens, about any grants or?
Yeah. So, I mean, the St. Louis ecosystem does have some grants available and things like that. But then again, it's one of those things that there's a lot of other entrepreneurs in the same ecosystem when we're all applying for the same grant, right? So that does come into play. But St. Louis is a decent enough ecosystem where there is grants going on, like, you know, the Honsou grant, the Arch grant, you know, Tech STL and all of that. And we've been applying for those. We are hoping we win some of them this year because that will go a long way into helping us secure this commercial kitchen that we want. And even before that, right, the GoFundMe, the purpose is to find a kitchen that we can afford to rent. Because yes, we would love to own our own space. The reason why I want to own our own space is because we want to do things than just fulfilling orders. We want to have a space where we can do maybe field trip, teaching the kids about culture, right? Imagine a 5th grade class coming into a kitchen like this and learning about African food and African culture.
Classes.
Right, cooking classes for the student, teaching them about different cultures and heritages that, you know, because representation is very, very important. And so being able to have the ability to do that is something that I'm looking to get into this year. So help us out. Go to our website. Our website is FufuNsauce.com, Instagram and Facebook. Donate. Every little thing helps for sure. But okay, so at this point, now that we have our egusi completely mixed in, and you can see it, because at this point it starts to look a little bit like a cheesy, you know, consistency with the tomato. It's not just all red. Oh, you want me to hold it up for it? Okay. There we go. So it starts to look like a cheesy consistency. I had a friend that said like, oh, that looks like a red spinach dip. But, you know, once the spinach go in it. But, yeah, so we have this going. And then the next step for us is going to be adding the spinach into this, right? So I'm going to go ahead and start adding some of the spinach into here.
Is that already drained?
Yes. So this is cooked spinach that I cooked earlier because we only have one pot and I didn't want to have multiple things going confusing. So just baby spinach from any of your local store, fresh spinach. If you have frozen, you can as well. I don't like using the frozen, but that's just my personal preference.
Me too.
Because
I
prefer.
fresh.
There you go. I feel like fresh is always the way to go, especially if you can. You know, if you can't, completely understandable. But if you're able to and you have the time to do it, I absolutely suggest using the fresh
like 5
spinach.
minutes.
Yeah.
It's nothing.
It doesn't take that long to boil it down and just get it going.
It's easier than open a can or...
Definitely.
Especially in this case.
Yeah, in our makeshift figuring it out case, right? So right now our egusi is almost taking shape. So what we do is make sure we mix the spinach in all throughout. I'll have you like mix this for me as I am over here deveining our peppers that's gonna go into it. So earlier we kind of cut all our sweet mini peppers that I was explaining to you guys, because this is a vegan dish that we're making today. We're gonna use the mini peppers as our protein that's going into here.
Just make it like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
How's it going up over there? You're mixing all the way
Yeah, I'm mixing and
Is it
mixing.
hearty?
Yes.
Yeah. No, it is a hearty meal because, I mean, my culture anyway, because my culture, you know, West African food and West African cuisine, a lot of food is hearty. It's meant to stay with you for a while. You know, it's not meant for you to eat it and then be hungry 2 hours later. It's meant for you to eat lunch and, you know, come home and eat dinner later during
It also
the day.
looks
Yeah.
great, you know, it's so fancy.
It looks great, smells great, and it tastes even better. Wait till you guys taste it.
So do you serve this at your food truck?
I do have a goosey at my food truck, so if you want to sample, if you want to try this as it's made, if you come to any of our events, our goosey is always available because that's one of the main vegan meals that we offer. And so we always make sure that it is available so we can cater to vegans. But I'll tell you what though, this is one of our #1 seller, not because we have a lot of vegan clients, which we do have some, but even people that are not vegan love it, because that's the thing that's with food that's good, right? As long as the food is good, even people that, you know, are not vegan will eat it because it is that good and it has such a lot of depth and flavor.
Hey, and Adjo is also offering service of dining service.
Yes, I am.
On
and
our
I'm
website.
very excited about that,
and
actually.
you can go to our website, www.haybuyta.com. Go to our store and you can find it there.
Yeah.
And email me or contact us on Haybuyta.
Yeah.
Ooh, what kind of dishes could we expect to find?
Oh my God.
So
Amazing.
I have so many options for you guys. So we have different tier packages, of course, depending on the kind of meals we're offering. And we have things as, you know, appetizers like taro balls, some fried plantains. We have yam chips. We have yuca chips. We have our menu items. We have chicken suya that's being offered, jollof rice, fufu. We have lobsters. We have lamb. We have goat meat.
Wow.
So this is just an opportunity for people to explore, because I know a lot of people might want to try different cuisines, but you're not really sure where to start. So this service for me is kind of renting a chef in a way, right? So I'm into your personal space. We make sure we're catering to your needs. We're catering to your dietary restriction. We're catering to your allergies and making sure that everything that you want to try when it comes to African cuisine, we can offer that to you.
Great for a special birthday.
Definitely great for birthdays, anniversaries, celebrations, graduations,
And
things
this is
like
a
that.
culture experience.
Very much a cultural experience, authentically, because as we established
Wow, that's
before,
amazing.
you know, I'm as African as they come. So listen, you want to get authentic West African cuisine, I'm definitely the way to go. So now we're going to cover it up and let it simmer some more. Again, with everything we do, every time we add something, it's like a build-up, kind of. You start at the base, and as you're building it, you let it cook together, you let it simmer together, and all
It's
of that.
already so
So
tasty.
delicious, but don't worry. We're going to wash these veggies now, because after we cut it all open and things like that, we're going to make sure we get all the seeds off of it. So I'm going to bring it over here and do some washing. So I feel like you've been asking me all the questions. Let me ask you, from last year to this year, right? You know, since we went through square one up
Yes.
to here, which this is so amazing, by the way, getting this going and getting Haybuyta going and doing this live streaming and all of that. How do you feel? How do you feel about everything
Oh
and
my
what
God.
you've been able to achieve so far?
Oh my God, yeah. It's amazing. You know, when you look back,
Yeah.
oh
Yeah.
my God, yeah.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It's like a long process, but at the same time, it looks like it's been 1 month.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. No, absolutely. I get that.
And it's great to help
Because you're like,
people.
I've been doing this work for so long. Yeah, at the same time, it's
Right.
man, it seems like it was just yesterday.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So what we're doing now is adding our sweet mini peppers to our egusi. And we're going to stir it some so we can get everything in there. And make sure we're getting, again, combining everything that's already in the pot with everything that we just added to the pot. And once this pepper starts to cook and all of that, again, you're gonna start to smell all the mixtures of all the flavor that's coming into the pot. I'm gonna let it simmer some more, and I'm going to cut my onion because that's my final touch to this.
So you
is
put the
some
onions at the end.
Yes, I put onions at the end
Yes.
because what I like to do, especially with my egusi and all of this, is to have different depths of textures, right? Because the egusi itself is very soft. The spinach itself is very soft. So the pepper is going to add a level of crispness and freshness to that. And then our onion, once it goes in and caramelizes well, I don't want it to be completely just withered away. I want to have that added crunch to it as well. So it's going to cook down and mix in, but it will still give us a little bit of crunch. Because I'm such a texture person when I'm cooking. Very much so. So, yeah, you get a little bit of that.
Interesting.
With me.
Yeah.
So just half an onion here would do, because we're not making such a large pot of it. Get it all ready and cut it up, and then we're gonna add it in a few minutes, and then we're gonna add the rest of our special ingredient, which is the curry, and then our seasoning over that away.
Expert.
So tell me a little more. What are you hoping that?
So we are building a marketplace that we help home cooks to launch their business and basically to market, to marketplace and to find homemade food, to everyone, like Adjo.
Yes.
And ingredients, and actually you can download our app.
Please download the app today, right now, as you're watching
Yeah,
us cook.
you
Click
can
over
go
to
to
the
our
next screen
website
and download the app.
Yeah. You can scan this, but also, you can go to our website, again, www.haybuyta.com.
Yes.
Is it clear enough? No.
Here, let me zoom in. That's good.
Anyway, you can go to the App Store or Google Play, Haybuyta. Habuyta. And you can be part of our community. We're still building the app, so help us. Help us to get feedback and upload photos, communicate with others, and sell your product if you want. And by the way, if you're a home cook that would like to be featured like Adjo, we have a form on our website that you can fill out and, apply.
Yeah.
And we would love to feature you.
Yes. Yes.
Consider
And I would
that.
say this is definitely fun. I love this experience because, like I said, one of the things that I really do love to do is always to share my culture. And so I feel like home cooks all across, this is like a good way to just kind of share your recipes with people that are authentically interested and want to learn about your cuisine, your culture more. So yeah, if you're out there and you're a home cook and you want to share your cuisine, your culture, your heritage, your food, your recipe with the world, contact Haybuyta. I'm telling you, this is the best decision you will make. So as that's cooking though, the last thing we're gonna do is add our FufuNsauce curry. So like I was telling you about this curry, this is our own curry that we make and bring in from Togo, West Africa. Because this is one of the curries that my grandmother used to use when I was growing up cooking. And then when we moved to America, I couldn't find it anywhere. And so anytime I go home, I deliberately make it and try to bring it back with me. Don't tell custom. But now I'm excited because we are actually going to be having this for purchase on FufuNsauce.com and also on Haybuyta once we have it going as well.
Yes, it's going to be in our marketplace.
It's going to be on the marketplace
Stay
as well.
tuned. And in our marketplace, we're going to have a lot of perks and, you should be there, Early adopters are going to have fun.
Oh, so make sure you're part of the early adopters.
You too, by the way.
Did you hear that? Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah. That goes without saying.
Home cooks and also the customers.
Yes.
So early adopters are going to get exclusive perks?
Yes, exclusive. I like that. So you better make sure you're one of the early adopters. Make sure you sign up. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you, absolutely get... Do you guys smell how the curry is just kind of like permeating through here?
How much curry did you put?
So, I'm a home cook, so I'm not one that measures things, but that's about like a tablespoon of curry.
So your recipe is going to be, by the way, on our app.
Eventually,
Probably.
yes. Eventually, this recipe will be on there for sure.
And we say probably because...
We say probably because, again, with being on the Great American Recipe, some of these recipes are going to be on the show. So we want you to also get the recipes as it's airing. But I will be able to provide like different forms of recipes and things like that. Because, Orly and I, we come a long way. Like, I know like this is just you guys experiencing me with her today. But we were in square one figuring this shit out together.
We'll be able to find
literally
amazing recipes that you're making besides this one. Absolutely. And if she will have me back, hell yeah, I'll be back. I'm sorry.
So again, it won't be not on Facebook, not on Instagram.
Yes.
On our
only
app.
on Haybuyta.
Exclusively.
So yes, absolutely. We're gonna make this work, girl, because that's why I'm here. So
and she's amazing. The smell is
I wish you guys can smell this through the phone right now, because all of you guys will be like, I want some.
So you eat it with rice usually?
So usually egusi, my favorite thing to eat it with is fufu. But you do eat it with rice. Rice is another option that you can eat it with. But fufu is authentically, if we want to go the authentic route, right, and we don't want to dilute the experience at all, the fufu is, made out of plantain flour, and it's kind of like, it's doughy, and it's like a ball. You use it, you dip it in the stew, and you eat it. So that's typically how I would eat it. Rice is also an option for sure, but not always.
So what's fufu? Can you explain what fufu is?
Yeah, so fufu is kind of like, into American culture, the consistency of kind of mashed potatoes. And so, but instead of it being potato flour, it is made with plantain flour or yam flour or cassava flour. And so because of that, it's a little bit more starchier than a mashed potato would be, and it's a little bit firmer in terms of the dough that it forms. So it's a filler in a sense, like in other cultures, like how naan bread is a filler. It's kind of the same thing. So the fufu itself is a filler, and it doesn't have a specific taste of its own, but when you use it and you combine it with the stew, it takes the taste of whatever stew you mix it in. So definitely fufu is like my top choice to eat with egusi, but you can also eat it with rice as well. So this is like a salt, seasoned all medley that I use in place of salt. So it has some salt, and it has like dry seasoned vegetables, and I just use it typically as a seasoning. Like you don't have to be married to this. You can use salt in place. I just prefer this because of the extra additives that it is in there. Okay. Again. And this is also something that's proprietary. But to your audience that wants to go and try this at home right now before we give them the recipe, using salt will completely do instead of this, because this is just a flavoring or agent, right? Or if you like bouillon cubes or seasoned salt or anything like that, any of those will work as well.
And then for the last bit, these are some habanero peppers, right? So I don't like my food, like I wouldn't say overwhelmingly spicy, but I just like a hint of spice.
Yeah, me too.
And in order to achieve that, what I do is I'll take just one of these habaneros, I'll take this off and keep just a little bit of protrusion right there. Not breaking it off completely or chopping it up completely, just a little bit. And just when you add this, and this has already been washed and put here. So when you add that to this and just cover it up, it's gonna create a little, it's gonna get loose and it's gonna release a little bit of just the hotness into the stew. And it just gives it a hint of flavor. But it's not gonna make it too spicy because we didn't dice it, we didn't do all of that to it. And it's just gonna give it just that level of spice that we need. So,
Just want to show you. Oh, it's hot.
it is.
That'll feed a lot of people.
Looks
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
colorful. Yeah.
So we're gonna let it simmer just a little bit more, and then we will be good to taste.
Do we have like plates or?
We do have plates. I brought this here, and this too.
So what happens if you accidentally get the spicy pepper?
Oh, you just turn red and you you just turn red and you drink as much water as you can if you get the spicy pepper. Funny story, at the food truck, even when I cook, before I take it out, I always try to find all the peppers out of it and take it, because some of the issues that we've had or some of the accidents that we have, you have people that would take the mini peppers that we put in here earlier, especially these ones, and they would think the habanero pepper is the mini pepper, and people would chew it.
Good.
And oh my God. So
Oh, no.
I always try to so I would say, unless you are like a pepper kind of guy, don't chew the habanero
I
pepper.
think it happened to me in one of your events.
Really?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I chewed the wrong pepper.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah. No, but it was okay. You know, it's
It's
an experience.
Like I lived through
It's
it.
an
but
experience.
I really try not to. I try to go through it and find all of the peppers and things like that, just so we can.
No,
get to it.
I think it was meant to be there, you know, but it was a very hot pepper.
Yeah, no, certainly. So at this point, we're almost at the end of our cooking part of it. You know, it's all good and nice. What I want to do here is just add a little bit of oil, because it adds a little bit more of depth and prettiness to the stew. The palm oil would. So just a little bit more so we can get it all cooked through in there. And
The palm oil is mixed with something.
nope.
Make it red.
So palm oil, that's just how palm oil. Yes. So it's made out of
I kept
palm
thinking
butter.
you were saying palm oil, but it's TOGBOGE oil.
No. So
No.
this is the brand that makes
Oh.
that oil, but this is palm oil.
Well, you should have hammered
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
absolutely.
jelly.
So this is the brand here, but the content of this is just palm oil made out of palm butter. And I tell people all the time, if you've seen The Woman King, the movie, that's what they were making in the movie, the Woman King. They talked about the oil, that's like their number one trade. This is that oil. So a lot of West African countries have palm trees, which are different than the palm trees that you see here in America. The nuts are very, very small. And if you just Google like West African palm butter or palm oil or palm nut, you will see what it looks like for sure.
And what about where do you get it from? Again,
any international
from
markets, like
international
J
market.
International will have it,
Yes.
World War International will have it. Any of those international markets will have it.
What aisle? What section?
I'm not too sure about the aisle, but I know that at J International, they have like the different flags up there that would tell you like which area of the world. So if you go into like, you know, the Nigerian aisle or Togolese aisle or any West African country
African,
aisle,
yeah.
you would definitely see palm oil, because all of many West African cultures and countries, palm oil is like our number one oil that we use in lieu of everything. It's kind of like the olive oil of Italians.
Oh, yeah, like the healthy one.
This is us. Yeah, literally. Not to plug in the show, by the way, but this is us. But yeah, so are you ready to taste?
Oh yes,
Ooh, okay.
of course I'm ready.
Let me see if we have. I thought I saw some over here earlier. I was looking for small spoons. Huh, okay. Look at that. The more the merrier, right? Okay. So this is our final product here. We're gonna have Orly taste a little bit to see if salt is good. You're gonna tell me, as my sous chef today, if you think it's enough salt, it needs a little bit more salt. Here, I can show you. Do you want me to show the camera just a little bit? So this is our final egusi right here.
One more second. And you're good.
Awesome. Yeah.
Watch out for the orange pepper.
So did you put it on high heat? Is it intentionally or?
I think my thing. I know. Watch out for the pepper when we feed.
You
Orly.
located him.
We'll make sure we don't give her too hot of a pepper.
I think Alex likes hot pepper.
I love spicy foods.
Yeah.
Well, we'll make sure we squeeze a little bit of the juice in there for you. I want you to try it though. Just try a little bit, and then we'll see.
Let's see if we have something here.
Here, yeah, we do have something here. Like, I mean, we have a fork here. You know, traditionally, if we made fufu, I would require you to eat it by hand. But you're safe because I'm not making fufu today.
Are we?
So-
It's not fufu, right?
Yeah, there's no fufu today. But next time, maybe I'll make fufu. All right. Moment of truth.
Are you ready?
This is what lets us know if she's gonna have me
I
back
just
or
want to
not.
make sure the hot pepper is not here.
It is definitely not there because it's still in here, right there.
Yeah, I need to wait a little bit because
It's
it
still
seems to
pretty
be
hot.
like
Yeah.
so-
Yeah, we can wait a little bit.
Okay, I'll try without a pepper first.
Yes. We're all anticipating. Take your time, Orly, today.
Hot. So good. Yeah. Seriously, guys, you should taste it.
Yes. We're gonna find
A
someone
little bit spicy.
a little bit spicy for
bit.
just a
No,
little
but
bit.
a good spice.
Yeah,
I love it.
it's
I
just
love
a
it.
hint of pepper. You don't get like, oh my God, this is too spicy, I can't eat it. You get like, oh, okay, there's an after kick to it. And that's like, I like I was telling you about like flavors. I like depth into things. I don't like to eat things and it's just one taste. I like to discover tastes after I'm done swallowing what I'm eating. And that's what egusi does, right? So you get, when you get it in your mouth, or like initially you get that palm oil and that tomato taste right away. Then as you chew, you get the spinach because you're chewing through that. And then you get the egusi. And then the aftermath of that is that hint of subtle
good.
peppers that you get. And then, of course, the caramelized onions, the mini peppers, and all of that. And this is a hearty meal. Like, you can sit and have a bowl of this, and these are just purely vegetables, right? And it's very healthy for you. It's really good for your digestive system. You can, you know, usually when back home, when like people are constipated and things like that, you give them a bowl of this, they eat this, passes
Can we
right
order
through as
food
well.
from you or?
Yeah, so if you want to order from us, you can cater through us on our website as well. So www.FufuNsauce.com, and that's FUFU, the letter N, SAUCE.com. And we're on social platforms at the same Fufu, at FufuNsauce, both on IG and Instagram. And you can cater through us. We do catering events, just like you can rent our food truck. We can cater for you and bring the food truck to an event that you're doing, and we can serve your customer. We do corporate catering. We do universities. Like earlier this year, we do SLU takeover when we went to the St. Louis University and provided authentic African meals for the St. Louis University students and their international student community. So if you want to reach us, we're very accessible. And we really, because we're such a big part of this community, and the biggest part of FufuNsauce is always permeating the community with African culture and heritage. So because that is our number one goal, we always make sure that people can reach us. You can contact us via our email, info@fufunsauce.com. We answer our own emails, and we will get back to you within 24 hours. We'll have you, fill out our intake form. That kind of gives us information on how many people you're catering for, what kind of food you're looking to get, and things like that. And then we will have it ready for you and fit through whatever need you need. And then now we have the private dining experience through Haybuyta, through Haybuyta as well,
Yes.
where you can go to Haybuyta.com, and if you're having a dinner party where you want more of an exclusive experience with your loved ones, right? And so it will be something kind of like this, where you're sitting and we're cooking in front of you, so you're seeing part of the process. It's not just, oh, we're coming and delivering food to you. You get to be part of the anticipation of it all. And so I feel like that's another thing that's
You
going to add
actually
some depth.
cook in the place,
Yes.
in the location.
Yes.
the event.
So how that's gonna work is once you book us and once you book through Haybuyta, we will bring everything that we need to cook. We will find whether you have a space that you want us to do it in, or if we need to find a space to do it in, and it will be like an immersive cooking experience, just like how we're doing here, except instead of you being through the screen, you're live and you're smelling as we're cooking, you're seeing the prep process, you're seeing all of this, and you're fully immersed into it. And that's what we're going to be offering.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
It was such a great honor
Yes.
to have you
you
here,
for having
and thank you so much, everyone, for joining us.
Yeah.
And next weekend, next Sunday, we're going to have Chef Terry. Stay tuned. We're going to let you know. What?
One more time, make sure that you sign up for Haybuyta
Oh,
for all the
yes, yes,
exclusive
please,
perks.
please do
Yes.
that.
And be an
Thank
early
you.
adopter for
Yes,
that.
please sign up. Sign up for sure.
Bye, guys. Sign up now to experience the taste of home and travel the world without a passport.